Good morning, Sluggers families. David Coble here. Just wanted to reach out to you with an update. We're all dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and I'll stop there and say number one thing is certainly not a professional speaker. Here doing this by myself, so it may be a little bit bumpy, but wanted to give you a personal message and an update on what Sluggers is doing and where we stand. So, first of all, we're all dealing with this coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever name you want to go by. But just really, we've been fighting with it for quite some time. I know everybody out there is fighting with it as well with work and extracurricular activities. It all started for us on March 16th when the governor put out an executive order shutting down all gyms and training facilities, and even got updated, a very fluid situation as late as yesterday when they extended that shutdown through April 30th. So Sluggers is officially closed, as you all know, and we will be closed through the 30th. We're hoping for the best at that point, but realistically, think it could be extended into May, but we're hoping not. I would have to say I've watched more news in the last month than I probably have in my life. But there are lessons. We always talk about this as coaches, and we always talk about it in the program. There's always something to learn. And the thing I would say right now is, you want to be informed, you want to be educated. And the thing we can teach our sluggers right now more than anything, no matter what side you fall on or what your beliefs are, uh, our leaders, their characteristics will be shown in an emergency and in a crisis. Much like we talk about when the pressure's on in a game, that's what we're seeing with politicians right now and our leaders that we've elected. So if we take any lesson out of this that we can pass on, we'd want to pass on to all of our players that as they get older, some of them are already at that age where they can vote. It's a very big responsibility and something they should take seriously because the people we elect will be leading us in unforeseen crisis like we're in today. So really just wanted to touch base with you more than anything, give you an update. And the biggest update is going to be a very simple one. We miss our Sluggers family. We miss you guys. I've heard it from our staff. I've heard it from coaches. I've had parents reach out to me. And I came here this morning because I wanted to give you more than an email. I thought you deserved more than that. So I'm trying this video approach. And I really got up, came to Sluggers, wanted to do it here. And I think I felt like it was going to feel better. But unfortunately, it's the same feeling I've had for the last few weeks anytime I come here, which has not been as often as normal. It's just an empty building. That's all it is. I remember back to when we first started Sluggers, working out in our basement, trying to catch up and be big and do what we wanted to do and give our kids the best opportunity. And it was always a rally cry of, man, we got to get a building, we got to get a facility, and we did, and that's a huge win for our kids. But I can tell you, during the last few weeks, a building means nothing. It is the families, it's the kids, it's everybody who comes through the door. There's a boost of energy that our staff, myself, everybody involved here loves to get in the afternoon when the door cracks open and everybody comes in full of energy and ready to work. So we miss you. That's the number one message I want you to take out of this is that we miss our families. We miss the interaction and the connection. We're doing some things to try to keep that going during this tough time. I've spoken with our coaches in the last week. I know I've done a couple of Zoom meetings just to have interaction. I know multiple coaches have done some different things to stay in touch with their players. And we're going to try to do more of that. So I would stop there and say if there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. If anybody needs a Zoom meeting, anybody needs a little interaction, please reach out. 5 minutes can do a lot of good for a lot of different things. So feel free. We'll do anything we can to help. As far as program updates, I know there's been quite a few questions, so I did want to give you that quick update as well. Unfortunately, that path is not clear. It's very gray right now. It's a very fluid situation, and we're taking it day by day. But we will try to give you as many updates as we can. So what I can tell you is we didn't sit still. We would teach our kids to go and find a way and make it better rather than sitting still and waiting for things to happen to us. We want to go make them happen. So facility wise, we took this opportunity while it was closed. We've been in the plans to do some upgrades, and we did. The number one upgrade that you'll notice the next time you're able to come back in Sluggers is we have replaced all of our lighting in the turf area with new LED upgraded lighting. So you're going to see it's about 2 to 3 times brighter in there, which is outstanding. So hopefully you'll be able to come in and see that soon, but we're very excited for the difference that's going to make for our Sluggers. Next would be practice. Right now would be the normal time that we would be looking to get out on the fields and get everybody going and complaining about rain, right? But practice is on hold, obviously. We can't do that as a group. And even planning, looking forward to when we can and when the restrictions are released, we can't make many plans right now because we utilize a lot of fields with partnerships that we have, and they're on hold as well, waiting to see what their organizations are going to be able to do, when they're going to be able to be on the fields, when they can't. So it's kind of a wait and see approach. So I know that's uncomfortable, and I wish I had a better answer for you on that. But right now, we're just going to be taking it day by day, week by week. Um, Uniforms, about 80% of our stuff is in. We did have some manufacturers that had to shut down during this time, but all of our stuff is on the way. So the remainder of those pieces will be in. So when the restrictions are released, we'll be ready to play and can't wait to see our kids get on the field. So uh, shout out to all of our staff, our volunteers. We've got multiple people who have had uniforms strewn across living rooms and boxes stacked in different places. No complaints, just stepped up and volunteered to do those things to help the organization. Helmets are getting stickers on. It's just been outstanding, like it always is, the response we get from our families. So thank you to everybody who's helped with that. And we'll be ready to go is the answer with uniforms. When we get a chance to go, we'll be ready to go. Tournaments, again, that's a day by day, week by week thing, constant interaction with tournament directors, going back and forth on what they think. Obviously, April is done. We actually didn't have any teams playing in April, but looking into May, which is very questionable at this point, but we're going to wait and see. Hopefully, there's some great turnaround and we get out of this crisis and we're ready to play in May. But if we're not, we have 11 tournaments scheduled for our teams in May. We're already emailing and getting information back and forth from tournament directors, and most of their messages are the same. We're going to wait as long as we can. We want the kids to play. We're going to take every step we can to let them play, but we just don't know yet. So we'll keep you up to date. My guess is at this point, the early May tournaments are definitely going to be canceled. And then our next step is mid-May. So we'll just keep working our way chronologically through those tournaments, and we'll give you the updates as they come. But unfortunately, there's not a lot to share right now. So that's the logistics of what's going on with the program. I'm sure there's going to be more questions. We'll just keep bringing you information as quickly as we can. Just know that, you know, our number one focus is always on our players and our sluggers. We want to get them on the field, but we also want to keep them safe. So we're going to do whatever we can to make this happen. And we appreciate your patience in advance for working with us, as this is going to be a weird one from beginning to end. So there's a lot of different scenarios have been discussed, extending seasons, playing different places, different ways, tournaments going into midweek instead of weekends. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to bring you all of those details because there's just a lot of questions and a lot of them won't work out. But just know we're pursuing all of those options to give our sluggers every chance they can to get on the field. Just as I mentioned before, we're a group that likes to make things happen rather than sit back and have them happen to us. So I'm very proud of our staff, some players that volunteered, some other parent volunteers that have helped us out. We're going to keep pushing forward, and we want our kids and our sluggers to continue to train and continue to stay sharp. So you're going to see the launch of a couple of different new programs. You'll see that early next week. But I'll give you a high level of what's coming. Number one, you're going to see a relaunch of our YouTube channel. We introduced that a couple of years ago, and it kind of lost a little bit of focus along the way. But with the remote nature of what we're having to do right now to isolate, really makes sense. So something we're going to pick back up. We've already done quite a bit of filming. So you're going to see a few different things. And Coach Hamley's going to play a vital role in this, and we appreciate his time stepping up to lead this. But we are going to have a few different programs. The first program, and this one really is targeted at our high school age, and really has been a focus for college teams that we've looked at. And that's going to be some mental training. And again, that doesn't mean younger kids can't do this. It just means it's targeted at those guys because really we're seeing an uptick in college programs that are using mental training. And in this case, we're going to introduce something that's going to take some of our players out of their comfort zone, maybe some of our coaches and staff as well. But you're going to see that we're going to start with Coach Hamley leading it. There's going to be a daily meditation. So never thought I would say that when it comes to baseball, but can be a very effective mental tool to keep you in the right state of mind. Seeing a lot of success of that. So Coach Hamley, as I mentioned, will be doing that. That will be recorded. We're going to be posting that each morning, but then with it being recorded and posted, you can obviously do it at your leisure. I would encourage parents, step in and do this with the kids. It's going to be a different journey for them. It's going to be something they're not used to, and typically we start to push things away that we're not used to. So I would ask that you do it. Hopefully some of the parents will see value in this. I can personally say I've done a little bit of it and started messing around with it to see what it was like. It can be very energizing. It can help you focus. So looking forward to that. I'll be taking part in it as well. So can't wait to see that, but that'll be starting on Monday, and we'll be doing a daily meditation. So that's number one. Number two is our drills and skills group, and that will be again some different things. We've been gathering drills and skill work that our sluggers can do at home in a confined area. We know that a lot of places parks are shut down. You're not supposed to be on school property working out, so we're limited to garage workouts or in your own yard or in the street or wherever you can get. Sometimes with the weather, maybe it's in your basement or in your bedroom. So we've come up with a group of what we'll call our drills and skills series that will give at least a couple of times a week. We'll be putting out things that our sluggers can work on at home to stay sharp when the season comes out. Very excited about that. I've seen the first couple. I think you'll be very happy with it. And really, this is, you'll notice there's not going to be over the top instruction here. This is more about giving our sluggers something they can do to stay active. We know that being physically active leads to mental health, and we want to give them everything we can. Yes, we want them to improve. Yes, we want them to do it, but you're going to see it's not going to be a lot of technical instruction. It's going to be more about how you can go through your progressions, how you can work and get your activity in to stay sharp. The final piece is going to be a little bit different. We've talked about this a couple of different times, and this seems like the perfect time to do it. So we've worked all the kinks out, and we'll be launching a new program for individual training. So if you're looking for that technical training, we know that our ball players and our sluggers sometimes get frustrated. Baseball is a very tough game. And when you're working by yourself, sometimes you need some direction to get back on the right track. So we've worked all the kinks out using our Coach's Eye app. We are now ready that if you're working with your slugger or they're working by themselves and they just can't break through a hurdle, they feel like their mechanics are breaking down, or they just need a little bit of guidance when they're working on their skills, whether it be pitching, hitting, fielding, catching, base running, whatever it may be. We're now set that by simply using your cell phone, you can take video of them working out, shoot that video over to us, and we'll lay out all the details when we introduce the program next week. But send us over that video, and we have trainers that are standing by and ready who want to help our players. They're going to break that video down. It can include voiceover on the video. It can include some different graphics, drawing on it to show them exactly what we see and the corrections they can do at home, so that they can stay sharp and make sure that they're using the right fundamentals and reinforcing the correct mechanics. So that's what you have coming. We're very excited about that. We do see that getting this off the ground right now is a necessity because we can't be together, but we also see where this could be very beneficial as we get into tournament season and we get out on the field. Baseball is a very tough game, and we all run into slumps from time to time. It could be very easily done where a parent could email a couple of at bats in a tournament scenario on a Friday and just say, hey, he's a little confused at the plate right now. What do you see? Send that over. We can break the video down, get it back. You find a little area at the tournament to work out, and then hopefully Saturday and Sunday turn around. Instead of having 3 bad days, we have 1 bad day, correct it, and we're back on the right path. So very excited about that. We've already tested it. We'll still have a few bumps in the road, but we're very excited to roll that out, and you'll have all the details on that coming up next week. So that's the logistics of what we're doing. Beyond that, and beyond the message of the fact that we just miss you, I would follow up with touching on really our Sluggers culture. When tough times hit and when things don't go our way, we encourage all of our players, all of our families to look back at what we stand for. And for me, that goes to our mottos that we've had over the past 5 years. And I think they fit very nicely. No excuses. We're going to find a way. +1. We're going to outwork you so we come out on the other side. Team first. It takes a team. Nobody can do this by themselves. So that's why I said earlier, if you need help, reach out. We'll do whatever we can. I continue to see stories of people helping each other, and it's outstanding. This year, heart and hustle. It's what it's all about right now. You can't just stand back and let it happen to you. You have to be leading the way, and you have to just put the energy in. And the final one would go back to one from a previous year, which is go earn it. Right now, we have a choice. We have a choice to sit back and let things happen to us, or we can control what we can control. And that's the only choice. We have to go earn it right now. We have to go make our mark. So there's been quite a few things, and I did want to share a couple. I couldn't be prouder of our Sluggers family and the things that I hear and what I see. And there's been multiple examples of that. So I'll just highlight those just to, everybody likes to hear a little bit of good news, and it's been outstanding. And these are the things that I hear and see, and it's why we do what we do every day and why we love this family. Number one, staff and volunteers. You've heard me mention a couple of times. It's really tough. Small businesses like Sluggers shut down, taken away with no warning. So it's been tough, but there's been no shortage of our staff stepping up, our volunteers, our parents, families, players stepping up, whatever we need. So it's been outstanding. I'm getting calls and messages. It's great. It's great to stay connected. It's great to hear what's going on. Another piece, and I've seen this, and I'm sure you've seen it. While we've had a lot of stuff taken away, one thing that has increased is, especially with our immediate family, is family time. So we can capitalize on that. A lot of times this time of year, we're all talking about how we haven't been home to eat dinner together in weeks because we had 3 different practices we're trying to get to at 3 different fields, a tournament in one place, another sibling of one of our sluggers playing in softball or dance or whatever they're doing, and a divide and conquer. This can be a special time. So I would encourage you to do your best. Family walks. I had one last night, which was the first one in quite a while that our schedules allowed. It can be a positive thing. So let's keep our eye on that, how we can be positive about it and how we can cash in. The other one is we started our Still Slugging campaign, which has been outstanding to watch how creative our players are. From setups in garages, basements, using pitching machines, pitchbacks, anything you can imagine. It's been outstanding. All the way to probably the most creative was a video that was shared with me by one of our high school players who was taping a Wii controller onto the barrel of his bat and dragging a TV out on his front porch so that he could take some virtual swings. Outstanding, Luke. The creativity is great, and those are the things that encourage me. The other piece is our Sluggers family really rallied around, and this is a testament to our community involvement. We did. We wanted to. We wanted to look out and see what we could do. So thank you for everybody who contributed to Kids Food Basket and contributing financially, time, our volunteers again, putting that together so every penny that we got donated could go to Kids Food Basket to help feed children who are less fortunate and aren't guaranteed food if they don't go to school. Unfortunately, it's a very sad thing. And I'm very happy to say we had, uh, multiple sponsors, community partners that we have all jumped in, and the net of it is with the raffle prizes and all the different things that happen with our partnership. Unbelievable, and very happy to say that we ended over $2,500 that we could donate to Kids Food Basket. Outstanding, unbelievable response. So thank you for that. It just shows what we stand for and what good families we have, that in everybody's time of need, we still could find a way to contribute to our community and help those that are less fortunate than us. So thank you for that. There will be more. We'll continue our community projects. If anybody wants to lead one or sees one that needs some attention, we'll do whatever we can. It's our community, and we're very happy to be a part of it, and we want to do our part to contribute. And then the final one, and this one came across as part of that Kids Food Basket, and these are the emails and the letters that tell me who we're working with and what it looks like, and it's very exciting. The character that shines through in these times. Our grand prize winner from that raffle got an email from their family, and it's incredible the things that kids show, and basically the email, and it's our player. His name is Nick. I won't go any farther than that. That I get the email from his dad that just says, he really wanted that lesson package. That was what he had his eyes on. He loves it, wants to improve, and was very excited. But after a little bit of reflection, a little bit of discussion, he went through that prize package and said, I really want that, but my mom, who's a nurse and has been working throughout all this and is obviously taxing and tough on anybody in the medical field right now, I think she would really enjoy those beats. And so he put aside what he wanted to give something to his mom, who is fighting and working through to help others. And I just wanted to share that story. It's an emotional thing for me. It is very exciting, and it's why Sluggers does what we do, and why we're so excited to have great families that we have. So wanted to share that. Outstanding, Nick. Couldn't be prouder of you. It's a bigger thing than you'll ever do on a baseball field. So just to wrap up, I mean, I appreciate your time. Hopefully I wasn't rambling on too much, but I wanted to have some contact with all of you and just say thank you. It's an incredible group that we have. We're very blessed to have the Sluggers family, and I appreciate what all you do and sharing your kids with us, and letting us have that little piece of your life. We are going to approach this with the same athletic approach and mentality that we always do at Sluggers. We're going to make it through. We're going to make it through together. We're going to find ways to make it better. And while it's painful and it's tough, I have no doubt that we're going to come through in the end. We're going to come out stronger. And I can't wait to see all the kids back here. I can't wait to see them on the field competing in Sluggers gear and doing their best. And just, I think we'll enjoy it a little bit more, and enjoy that freedom a touch more than we normally do. So thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you do. I can't wait to see you guys back here. And don't forget, keep slugging.